मोस्ट ऑफ आई सीन। हाँ, हिंदी बोलता हूँ। आप में से मैं ये सबको पहले मिला हूँ, मैं इनको भी मिला हूँ और ये सबको मिला हूँ, ये भी आए थे। आप यू आर रेगुलर? हाँ, रेगुलर बोर्ड ऑफ डायरेक्टर्स है। ये रेगुलर अभी हो गया, रेगुलरली ये लोग। लॉट ऑफ रीडिंग मटेरियल यू हैव। ठीक है। आज जो है टुडे वी आर गोइंग टू टॉक अबाउट इफेक्ट ऑफ फियर ऑन हेल्थ। मतलब प्राइमरली इफेक्ट ऑफ इमोशंस, जो भी अपना इमोशंस है, हाउ दे अफेक्ट अवर बॉडी एंड आवर हेल्थ, दैट इज व्हाट वी वांट टू टॉक अबाउट। ओके, सो विल स्टार्ट। फर्स्ट थिंग इज, बिफोर वी गो अहेड, let us understand what is fear. If we know what is fear, then we can relate how that affects our body and anything else. So see, now every word has one full form. Like news has north, east, west and south. Likewise, everything has some full form. So you know what is the full form of FEAR, fear?
False evidence appearing real.
Very good, very good. Everybody knew about this?
Yeah, all experts.
Very good, excellent, excellent. So false evidence appearing real. Now we'll talk about body. Now we know what is fear. It is a false evidence, not a real evidence, it's a false evidence.
False evidence
Appearing real. It is false, but it is appearing real. Now let us come to this main important part where everything comes into picture, that is body. Body is made up of soul and spirit. I will just describe this. It is made up of soul and spirit. See, when we talk about body, it is not only body, it is soul and spirit. The soul is mind. Our mind is our soul. Whatever I am thinking by way of mind, that is soul, and spirit is conscience. So sometimes we feel ना that मेरे अंदर की आवाज़ बोल रही थी मत करो. I was sixth sense. I was thinking, I was feeling I should not do it. या कोई गलत काम हमने करना चाहते हैं, हम लोग बोलते हैं मुझे करना ही है, लेकिन अंदर से एक आवाज़ बोलती है कि you should not do it. So that is conscience. So ideally, if you see body, is not about this hand, this leg, that is not body. Body is made up of mind and conscience, that is soul and spirit. And if you look at whatever medical facilities are there, they are looking at this body as such, only on body. They are treating the body, not the cause behind the body. So body is just a mobile home for soul and spirit. It is a mobile home. It is going here and there. That is just a mobile home. So if we want to correct the body, we have to correct these two things, like soul and spirit. So ideally spirit we cannot. Soul is what it is there in our hands. So let us come to fear. Now fear affects the soul. As I said, body is made up of soul and spirit. Soul and spirit. So fear will affect the soul. So today, if once we go through all this, you will know where the bodily ailments coming from. When we say disease, I had said last time also, disease is dis-ease. When you are not at ease, you catch disease. Dis-ease. That is disease. So if somebody is at ease, he will never contract disease. So when we talk about holistic treatment, what we do we mean by that holistic treatment? Whole in the sense,
Looking at all these aspects, physical, mental.
absolutely, physical, mental, spiritual, other aspects. That is holistic. Not only bodily treatment. So most of the time we are treating the symptoms, not the disease. The disease is coming from somewhere else. Okay, so holistic treatment is treating every aspect of body, mind, everything. Now see, when there is a patient who is lying in the hospital, he has got some problem, somebody failed somewhere, and people go and meet him, what they talk? Absolutely right. They remind, क्या हुआ, कैसे हुआ, and he is living the whole story again, reliving the whole story again, and that is why the soul again catches the disease. So unless he goes, and that is actually the person feels, what should I talk to him? When I go and meet somebody in hospital, what should I talk? I should ask him what happened. If he doesn't ask, then he will feel, what is this man? He never asked me anything. So he will go and ask him, कैसे हुआ, क्या हुआ, and he will relive the whole thing, and the soul will again catch that disease, and he will never be recovered. Recovery will be slower. Okay, now fear is not merely a psychological defect, but much more. People think that it is just a psychological defect. Psychologically, we feel that I am scared of this, I am scared of that, but it is much more than that. That how we'll talk about it. See, what happens is, you please understand, just read through because it is very important. In order for our bodies to maintain all of the systems, whatever systems we have, to maintain that, the hypothalamus gland in the brain works to regulate factors so that we remain at a state of homeostasis. homeostasis is a state where we are in perfect health. Our heart rate is normal, our BP is normal. This is this state, homeostasis. But there is a gland in the brain, that is hypothalamus. That is the main source of plus minus whatever it is. So that gland is actually regulating the factors which will keep your body in a normal state. So hypothalamus gland in the brain will decide the factors which will decide the health of your body, whether your body's health is perfectly in order or not. So this is very important point, that this gland, how that gland is affected by fear. Okay, so we'll talk about it. What happens is, when I'm saying homeostasis means your BP normally is 120 by 80, or heart rate resting should be 60-80, and body temperature and so and so. All these are normal parameters. So that is this state, homeostasis, and that is controlled by that gland in the brain. Okay, and fear affects that gland, and that is why all these things go haywire. Now what fear does? Now the fearful thought comes to the mind. It will trigger the hypothalamus, that gland, which will signal the automatic nervous system, which in turn affects our heart rate and other things, BP and other things. Now this particular gland is controlling, giving the signals to the nervous system, so that the body is in the perfect state. When that fear attacks that gland, it will give different kind of signals. What kind of signals we'll talk about? When the signals are different, bodily, like your BP will go up, or your hands may sweat, or you may feel other symptoms. This is clear, that thought, how it affects. So the thought will affect that gland, which will give a signal to automatic nervous system. Actually, this is very important. This particular process, when one understands, one will always try to remain calm and in composed state, so that the body is in composed state. Okay. Now what happens is, when this signal, when there is a fear, and that signal is given to the nervous system, the body goes into fight or flight mode. The body becomes alert that there is something wrong. So it will go in one of these states, fight or flight. It will be ready to fight, or it will say, let us fold up and go. Okay. Now what happens is, in this case, our heartbeat will go up, hands will be sweaty, or knees will buckle under pressure. So all these things will happen when we are in the state of fight or flight. So whenever there is a thought of fear comes, that gland gives a signal to the nervous system that there is something going wrong, and then the body will react in a way by sweaty palms or things, and the state is called fight or flight state. The body will start thinking whether I should fight or flight. Okay. Now up to, it is clear, no? Now what happens is, see, now our body requires, it is said that we require 8 hours sleep ideally to maintain our body. So our body, there is a time for rest and time for test or maybe action. So one should rest sufficiently, and then one should go for action. Now in this case, what happens is, this fight or flight phenomena, it has to be a short-term phenomena. The fear comes and you go into that state for some time, then you decide whether I should fight, you fight, or you decide I want to run away, you run away, and that's gone. It's a short-term phenomena. Okay, so the fear comes and the nervous system reacts in a way that our body reacts fight or flight, and again it becomes normal when the fear goes. Okay. Now here what happens is, but if the fear is not removed, and this fight and flight mechanism is extended beyond its normal time frame, then the body will start breaking down. So if you see the whole circle of events, the fear thought comes, that gland in the brain will talk to nervous system, so that body reacts in a way where the body will decide, let us fight or flight, and it goes to that state of mind. Fear goes off, the body becomes normal, heart rate is normal, BP is normal, but the fear is there continuously, it is not removed. Then the body will always remain in that fight or flight state, which is not correct. And body should not remain in that state for more than a particular amount of time. If it goes beyond that particular amount of time, it will break down. See, there was an experiment conducted in US where they told a patient who was actually suffering from cancer that is completely okay, there is no problem in your body. He got cured because his body, the same thing, because the signal were such that body reacted, okay, I am okay. So the body became okay. And there was somebody who was okay, he was told that you are having cancer. So he was on the verge of breakdown. He could have died also because the mind creates all these issues. Okay. See now what happens is when the body goes into the fight or flight state, it can no longer maintain this state, homeostasis. It is not normal. His BP is up or heart rate is going up or down. He is not normal, and then the sickness will come there because his immune power will go down, immunity will go down, and some disease will come and he will be attacked by the disease. Now you understood how fear is creating havoc with the body. So only thing what we have is we have to kill fear or fear will kill us. We have to make sure that fear is killed, fear is taken care of. See, it is said that courage is not absence of fear. Courage is not absence of fear. The person is fearful, but still is doing it. Why he does that? How he does that? What do you call it? He is courageous. See, if he doesn't have fear, he is not courageous. If I am not scared of ghosts, and if I go and sit in the graveyard, so I am not courageous because I don't fear them. But if I fear ghosts, and if I go and sit in the graveyard for the whole night, then I am courageous. So courage is not absence of fear, it is overcoming of fear. So if somebody is courageous, he is overcoming the fear. Fear is always there. If you see the people who are successful, they do the things which nobody wants to do. They also hate, like suppose they don't want to wake up at 4 o'clock and go and exercise, maybe a athlete. But still he gets up and goes and does it. And somebody says, okay, let me do it from tomorrow. And he goes. So both the people feel the same way that I should not get up in the morning and exercise. Same way, both the time people are reacting the same way. But somebody overcomes that fear. So we have to understand how to overcome that fear. So once we know that, the fear will be removed and body will be all right. In fact, I tell a lot of people that if you have any problem, in fact, first time I had done the lecture in health library, so many people came to me and they were asking, I said, I'm not a doctor as such, I cannot tell you what you should do. But only thing is mind, I can tell you that even if you write, in the morning when you get up, you sit in a room all by yourself and you just write, I am healthy. With all your power there. Like it is said that don't think it, ink it. When you ink it, it has got huge power. So if you write, I am healthy, I am healthy, I am healthy for 50 times, and you believe when you are writing it, you may be having, a doctor must have said, maybe have said that you are going to go tomorrow. Still, if you believe, you will be there and all the elements will go. I will recommend, last time also I recommended, there's a book by one lady, Anita Moorjani. I don't know whether you have it here. Moorjani. She was staying in Hong Kong and she was having cancer. And she had tumors of the size of lemon, and doctor said she's gone, maximum 4 months, and she's still alive. So in that she has written a book, and the name of the book I will tell you, Dying to be Me. Dying to be me. If you read that book, where she has majorly talked about mind power, how a mind can pull you out of any disease. And how a mind can take you deep inside the disease. If your mind is not in control, you will go, it is like quicksand, you will still go deeper and deeper and deeper. And if your mind is in control, you can get yourself out. But doctors also, they say, na, कि अभी भगवान के हाथ में है. Doctors also do whatever they can do and they leave it to him. And the best example is that MBBS movie, where he is not doctor, but he is able to recover patients. So in fact, the doctor last time, वो दिखा ना, young doctor, his father is ill. Then doctor said, तुम भगवान हो मुन्ना, तुम भगवान हो. So he knows how to take care of, like that guy is not eating anything, that old person is not eating. So he loves carom. So they bring carom, they start playing carom, he comes and then drinks. So that absolutely, that talks about your state of mind. And he knows that his state of mind is taken control of, his body will be all right. So kill fear or fear will kill you. So how to kill fear is the issue. Now it is very easy to say that let me overcome the fear, but it's not that easy to actually, it is easier said than done, or easier said than felt, because fear is felt. Okay. If you look at, like, see, if I am very scared of ghosts, matlab raat ko, and I feel that bhoot, they are there and all that. But I make a point that I go and watch all these horror movies, just to I'm just trying to overcome that fear. Like I watched this Pizza also. Pizza is a movie which recently came, a 3D horror movie. So I was okay. In fact, in the paper they had written, the faint-hearted should not go. So I said, I was actually scared, but I said, let me go and see out. But I didn't, it was horror, but it was not horror. You can call it comedy. It was comedy movie actually. But there are some movies like Vastu Shastra was movie. Booth was one movie which really scared you. Then even Ragini MMS, the first part, was scary. You have seen Ragini MMS, the first part? It was, I found it very scary. This movie was comedy. Ragini MMS. Then Booth. Booth was the movie by Ram Gopal Verma. Then Urmila Matondkar and Ragini MMS.
It is not for the faint-hearted.
That is not for faint-hearted.
The heart is strong only watch it.
Yes. And even Vastu Shastra, that Sushmita.
The old one, Raat.
Raat, absolutely right. Raat also made by Ram Gopal Verma, and where that the South Indian heroine was there. Revati.
Sorry.
Revati. Okay, easier said than done. Now fear attacks the conscious mind. Fear will attack your conscious mind and you will be scared. So how to control that? Because you have to give positive affirmations through to the conscious mind through subconscious mind. In the sense, we have to keep on saying, like I said, I am healthy, I am healthy, I am healthy, I am healthy. If you keep on giving this kind of positive affirmation to your subconscious mind, you will be able to overcome the fear. So if I have given you these two lines, Muhammad Ali, the boxer, used to say before the fight is to start, he used to talk to himself that I am the best, I am the champion, I am the best, I am the champion. He used to talk that maybe around 10-15 minutes, and then he used to go inside the ring, and then he used to fight the opponent. Likewise, these were positive affirmations actually to the mind. So we should say I am healthy. In this case, whatever doctor comes and tells you, there is one video, and there is one video in YouTube where that one Mr. Goodman, you can type it and see Goodman, the miracles of Mr. Goodman. So he was going around in flight, some helicopter, and it crashes, and every bone in his body is crushed, crumpled, everything, he's gone. And doctor said he can never walk, he can never eat. Everything had gone, and he decided that I will walk out of this hospital before Christmas. So his video, YouTube, the video is there, about maybe 10-15 minutes video. Miracles of Goodman, miracles of Goodman. So where it is dramatic recovery is shown. So he's telling himself that you have to eat. The doctors were saying you cannot eat, so he forcefully started eating, then forcefully started walking, and before the Christmas came, he actually walked off. Hospital, so on his own 2 legs he walked off. That was his target, and he did that. So you please see that, and actually this is what it is. So best medicine is this: I am healthy, I am healthy, I am healthy, I am healthy. So whenever any fearful thought comes, one should tell himself that I am the best, I am in the pink of health, my health is perfect. And it will actually, there is a scientific reason, that is why I explained you how things happen inside and how their signal is given to the body, and the body recovers. That is what it is. It is very, this is the only presentation I have, but I don't want to confuse it with other details, because the basic is that gland which is there in the brain, which take the signal, and it will give the signal to the nervous system, and it will control your body. So that signal given from that gland to nervous system is what we have to control. Okay, I will just take you back. You can take this presentation maybe later on. See, the fearful thought will trigger the hypothalamus, that is a gland, which signals the automatic nervous system, and that will affect the body. So the thought will control that gland in the brain, which will affect the body in a plus way or minus way. That is what it is. Any questions you have? Boliye please.